Hey everybody, I'm a live video here. If you're watching this on a recording, speed up a bit. I'm going to get people on and we're going to talk because the Warriors are not making trades while other people are. So let's get some people in here and we're going to break everything down that we know with the Golden State Warriors not getting Levine, not getting De'Aaron Fox. What is going on? Warriors didn't get AD or Luka. We're going to break this all down on Warriors Digest. Folks, I'm so disappointed about this. Dude, this is wild, folks. We need to break this down from a Warriors perspective. Mark Anthony, our season's been over for a while. Dude, this means that we're going to be doing a salary dump, most likely. I'm getting all my assets going. Folks, if you're here, welcome, Warriors Digest. We're going to break this down. Fox, Levine, from a Warriors perspective. What are we not doing? What are we not doing to try to turn this team around? Spurs are going to be wild. Spurs may jump us in the playoffs now. And the team up north, the Sacramento Queens. The Sacramento Queens, folks. Oh, my word. This is wild. This is wild. Okay, I'm getting everything together. Give me a second. I just want to make sure I have all the assets so we can break this down together. Please comment your thoughts. Everything. We'll break it all down. Let me get everything together. If you guys have been on my channel, you know I've talked about Zach LaVine. Now we probably get Vucevic. I would think. All right, let me pull this up so we can have something to talk about. Look at this haul, folks. Look at this haul that the Kings got. When you think about what the Mavericks got for Luka, 1 first-round pick. The Kings just got 3. The Kings just got 3 first-round picks for De'Aaron Fox, Zach LaVine, Sissoko, 3 first-round picks. Charlotte's is going to be, so let's look at the standings, folks. Where do we think these are going to be? NBA standings. ESPN. Yes, I typed it wrong. I'll pop in. So this means, folks, they're getting Charlotte's pick this upcoming year. Where's Charlotte right now? Let's go by league. Bottom 4. Kings are getting most likely a top 5 pick for De'Aaron Fox. For De'Aaron Fox right now. Kings are. Who else did they get? They got San Antonio's 2027. You have to think that pick will be a high pick. Wemby and Fox, if they're healthy, that's going to be a back-end first-round pick. And then you look at Minnesota 2031. I mean, with Anthony Edwards, you think they're going to be pretty good for a decade? Probably a high pick. So they're getting basically 1 good pick with a bunch. You're telling me the Warriors couldn't have done something like that for Zach LaVine if they wanted to, or De'Aaron Fox? Folks, let me pull something up for you. I don't have my normal screen up. You know, I always have the background. I can't do it on the YouTube live. So I'm going to pull something up for you. Give me a second. Let's look at how many picks that we have. Kids, we have quite a bit. We could have made that trade. Now, again, do the Kings want to trade with us, who are the rivals? Like, that's a different conversation. It's a fair conversation, fair question to have. If you look here, we could have given the Kings for Fox first-round picks. Now, do we want to mortgage the future? Something we always hear about. The answer is probably no. Curry, Dunleavy, Kerr, Draymond have all said that. But you look there, we have the opportunity to give up first-round picks. Zion Williams, Brandon Ingram, Nikola Jokic from Denver. Like, just think about it. We could do that if we wanted to do the picks. We can do this. You have the picks and you have the salaries. So then if you go to the rest of the trade, 3 second-round picks. 3 second-round picks. 25, 28, 28. Again, we have a couple, but it's a 3-team trade. You could do that. 3-team trade. Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Herter, and their own 2025 pick via San Antonio Spurs. Spurs get De'Aaron Fox, Jordan McLaughlin. Folks, this is wild. If you go to the Spurs, where are the Spurs at? Let's see. There's no way they've already updated the depth. If they have, that's crazy. Oh, ESPN already updated it. They already got De'Aaron Fox as the starting point guard. This is wild. Woo-hoo! They already have him as the starting point guard, folks. You're telling me this team doesn't jump over the Warriors in the standings? The way that we've been playing? Do you think Chris Paul's gone now? He ain't going to be the backup. I think Chris Paul's probably traded at some point. So if you look here, now let's go back to our standings. We're only 2 games up on the Spurs. 3 in the win column, 1 in the loss. We're only 3 games away from the Clippers. We're not making the trade. Lakers are in 5th place. What they do? Hey, let's go get Luka. Mavericks are in 9th. Let's go get AD. Golden, let's get Dennis. I respect that. It hasn't worked out. Where's the splash? Where's the splash? Pun intended. Jimmy, I don't want Jimmy. Jimmy's a cancer to the locker room. He's 35, 36, that range. Everywhere he goes, he wears it out. I don't want Jimmy. Go get a young star. If we look at the stats, let's go to stats, season leaders. Let's just go to points. We need people to score. Shea, you're not going to get Shea. Giannis, we've talked about a bunch, getting Giannis. If we do Giannis contract, now this would be the craziest shocker of all, folks. Again, please like and subscribe. Help us get to 8,000 fans. If you were able to go get Giannis right now at $54 million, you have him for a year and a half under control and a player option. He's picking up the $62 million to play with the Warriors. 27-28 is his last year. Folks, let me show you something. Let me show you something, folks. Let's pull up our breakdown. Let's pull up our breakdown. All right, do we see this? Let me blow this up. 27-28. Steph Curry, gone. Wiggins, gone. Draymond, gone. Giannis is now your future. You have him for 2 years. And who says Steph, Wiggins, and Green don't come back? But to make that trade happen, of course, you have to match the $54,000. $54 million. How do you get there? You're not doing a Steph Curry for Giannis trade. That's not happening. It's going to have to be Andrew Wiggins and potentially Draymond. Like, if you're willing to make that trade, that puts you at $50 million because they play the same positions, basically Draymond and Giannis. And then you only need to throw in a Moses, Podziemski, and maybe first-round picks. And, folks, again, hey, guess what? You need to throw some first-round picks in. Hey, look at that. We could do this trade ourselves. Are the Warriors going to trade Draymond? Probably not. So let's just say they don't trade Draymond. Then it has to be a Wiggins, $26 million. Dennis at $13 million puts you at $39 million. Gary Payton expiring contract puts you at $48 million. And then you could do Looney's expiring contract at $56 million. So you could do this trade, folks. You could do this trade for Giannis if you wanted to do it. If you're a Warriors fan, you could do this trade. Let's keep going. Look at the stats here. Nikola Jokic. Okay, let's look up Nikola. We've heard some rumblings. I mean, he's having another MVP year. I don't want Dejan. I want Nikola. Come on, sporadic. Give it to me. That's poor. Nikola Jokic contract. Here we go. Now you're going to give it to me this way. All right. He's 29, and you have him for 3 years of control and a player option at $62 million? You think you can make this happen at $51 million? Again, folks, what do you have to do? Wiggins and Draymond, and you're there, basically. One more. Draymond, Nikola, I don't think Denver's doing that trade. They're going to want draft picks. Okay, fine. We'll give you our 28, 29, 30, 3 first-round picks. Plus, we'll match the salary with Wiggins, Dennis puts you at $39 million. Gary Payton or Looney puts you basically right there at $50 million. George St. Pierre, I agree. It's wishful thinking. But no one thought that Luka was getting traded. And it happened. So let's do this, Warriors. Let's go out there and make it happen. No one thought Luka was going to get traded. No one thought AD was going to get traded. Let's go out there, Warriors, and make it happen. Why? I'm done being this team. I'm done being a team that is, 1 second, standings. I'm done being this team that's mediocre. We're sitting right here at mediocre because there's nothing else happening. The past 3 years, besides when we won the championship, we're a play-in team. We need another star. Steph Curry can't do it anymore on a nightly basis. Draymond Green can't do it anymore on a nightly basis. You need another star to come in. Oops. Keep sharing. Sorry, my bad. I thought it was going to be Zach LaVine. So now what do the Warriors do? Shout out to Golden State Warriors CBA on Twitter. Give them a follow. They do a great job with the spreadsheets and everything. Let me just pull it up really quickly. Where did they put it? Salary dump we'll see on Thursday. That's what they think that we're going to do. So why are we going to do a salary dump? And if that's all we do, I'm going to be mad disappointed. This can be very frustrating. Let me pull up the right graph for you. Again, give CBA a follow on Twitter. He does a great job, he or she. You look where we're at right now. When we started the season, we were only $100,000 above the first tax apron, right here on the right. With the Dennis trade for DeAnthony Melton, we actually increased $200,000. So if you want to be under the tax for the future years, you got to dump people. And that's where potentially GP2, yes, he's played better the past couple games. Kuminga, you're going to have to either sign him or trade him. You need value back. Looney, Bird, Waters, Bird, something's going to go where they're going to get rid of salary. Jalen Poole, Cam Johnson, we talked about that. Cam Johnson's at $20 million. Very easy, efficient. You could do Gary Payton and Dennis, take Dennis back to Brooklyn. I actually don't know if you could trade somebody back like that. Let's just say it's Gary Payton and Kyle Anderson maybe. Gary Payton and Looney. You could do that. But we need a big. If you look at Nikola Vucevic contract, I still think this is someone we may get. 3 years, $60 million. You got a year and a half of player control at $21 million. So again, how do you do that, folks? Very straightforward. You can do, let me show this one. Bulls are trying to dump salary. You can see by getting rid of LaVine, Gary Payton, Looney. Puts you right there and maybe a draft pick. Supposedly, the Bulls won the first round for him. Warriors are only doing a second. We have the second. You have some first. But, folks, Warriors need to make a trade. It's going to be interesting. And please subscribe to Warriors Digest because everything that you see here, we break down on a daily basis. In the next 5 days, we're going to be locked in to anything you need to know, live stream it, or I may record a video and get it live ASAP so you don't miss anything. Let's go through this really quickly again. So, again, the Luka was unreal. So, Sham hasn't put anything else out. Let's see what's going. Also, by the way, if you're watching basketball night, Celtics coming back, that was a big win. On the Celtics coming back on Philly. Man, dang, folks. They're also, a lot of people don't know this. Fox's wife is from San Antonio. Major reason he wanted to go back. Brutal. Kings new 5. This also gives, this team is still pretty nice. That team can score buckets. And where are they in the standings? Right above the Warriors. We're even, basically, but they beat us both games pretty handily, so they're above us in the standings. This team, where are we at? This team getting buckets. And it's a relatively young team, too. Keegan Murray, buckets. I'm so frustrated. Let's see what else they got. Let's see what else they got on Twitter. We'll go to the comments in a second. Generational fumble, real talk. Plus throw in KP, wild. That's pretty funny. Yeah, this game was fun to watch. Okay. Let's go to some of these comments, folks. I'm going to keep this up so you guys can – let me make my screen smaller. Let's talk about some of these comments. This is brutal, folks. Please, again, subscribe, share, put anything in there. Dunleavy is a puppet. I disagree. I think he's got stuff going on. JCM. Free in the Bahamas. Now the Kings look like the old Bulls. Fair. Yeah, you got Levine plus DeRozan back together. Now we lose our big the Lakers who won a big. I think we wait for Schroder eligible contract. Shut Curry down. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but he wants to play, and he's got that mentality. The Joker to the Warriors, make it happen. I would love that. We just talked about that. Shut Curry down. Yo, this is the Warriors. Stop the Levine and Vuk trade to focus on other trades. What other trades? What other trades are out there? Zion? Like, I'd be okay with Zion. If you look at Zion's contract, let's just do Zion Williams for a second. I know he's always hurt, out of shape. But if you can get the best of Zion out, like, it would be sick. Zion.Williams. Let me share my screen. It didn't work. Zion Williams contract. Brandon Ingram's on the final year of his contract. Like, Zion Williams cap hit for a max player at 24, folks. He's still 24. Is crazy. 36 million. This is very doable. Only goes up to 44 to get there. Andrew Wiggins plus GP2. Andrew Wiggins and Looney. Let me do this one. Andrew Wiggins and Looney. Don't give up Wiggins. Dennis. Looney puts you at 22 million. GP2 puts you at 33 million. We need to get to 36 million plus some draft picks. You could do that. You could really do that. Oops. It's frustrating. We have the opportunities to do stuff, and we ain't doing it. We're not doing it. The Chicago Bulls will receive significant cap flexibility in this deal, 10 million savings for next year, generate 26 million trade exception. Create 2 roster spots, meaning they have to drop some players, make another trade. Trade exception means you can trade that money to somebody and not get anybody back. AD's already in Dallas. Shams reports the multi-percent. No, completion that takes one state top. Yep. Warriors talk. Yep. The Spurs still have these first-round picks to play with after crying Fox. Own Hawks. Own Kings. Whew. Yes. I mean, OKC's the same way. Utah's the same way. What else are we talking about by Yazzie? Yep. The Kings are 7.1 million below the luxury tax. If Zach LaVine waives the trade bonus, they'd be 1.9. And trade exception, that means they have a bunch to go get more people. Kings, people laugh when they let Mike Brown go. They've been on the rise, and now they're doing this. Give the front office credit. They're not afraid to make a move, unlike the Warriors who are afraid to make a move. Let's keep going through the chat. Warriors might as well punt, think, and get a good pick and go for next year. Butler's only true star left, and he won't move the needle if he's not available to play. I don't think he moves the needle for the Warriors in the West, especially. We have to be honest with ourselves. We don't have enough trade assets to get these players. The bandwagons have to accept it. I do agree, but I disagree. I mean, I just showed you guys the draft picks. You have it. And you have expiring contracts, which a team will want because then that means they open up space in the following year. Wiggins will have to be traded now. True. Given 54 to 6 million, the old guy isn't going to cut it. Luka received only 6 million from Mavs, and they got to the finals last year. We suck, man. I'm sad. Jimmy Butler ain't moving shit for this team. We are so cooked, majority cooked. Wiggins, Draymond Green for the Joker. We broke that down. We hella cooked. Chat, time to go to a cookout, chat. They're not trading Jokic. The front office can't do anything. Warriors are not doing shit since KD free agency. Bob and Dunleavy is the worst 10 years. I don't know about that part. Warriors are so dumb. Why would the Bucks do that? If they don't think Giannis is going to come back, I mean, they don't think he's the guy. Mavs, same type of concept. The Warriors needed something in front office. They're slacking. Just get Cam Johnson. We talked about real Phil Kerr is his own enemy at this point. Needs to accept change and different. All right, folks, let's do this really quick as we go through that. Let's go to the Warriors roster. And I'm going to make a poll in the chat. So give me a second. Let me pull this up. We got the Warriors roster coming up. Here's our depth chart. Let me make a poll. Start a poll. Where do the Warriors finish this season? I want y'all. We have 345 people watching. I appreciate y'all. Please subscribe to Warriors Digest. Help us hit 8,000 fans. We're super close. Are we a not in anything? We a play-in or playoff? We'll start with that. Answer the poll, folks, and then we'll go from there. And then again, if you all have never seen Warriors Digest before, 1 second. Let's just show you all what it is, and we're going to get back into that. Please help us hit fans. We're at 7,850. Help us get to 8,000. Please like and subscribe. Again, we break down videos, Warriors, everything daily, basketball news. You want it. You want to see me going crazy during the Olympics with Steph Curry's shots, baby. Woo-hoo! It was fun. But you can see we break down videos for you daily. We do watch parties. So let's break down the Warriors right now. Steph Curry, your starting point guard, at 24 and 24, fourth in the Pacific Division. Should he stay here? Should he go? If you look at Steph's contract, $55 million. That's a tough sell. Who's going to trade for that at his age? You have him in team control for 3 years. That's a lot of money for a team because you're going to have to basically trade a star for a star to make that happen. You got Wiggins, $26 million. You got Buddy Hield as your shooting guard. We know that's not true. Wiggins, Draymond Green, Quinten Post. Post has started 2 games against OKC, folks. Was not good. Was not good. A little bit better last game. And they have him as a starter now. Trayce Jackson-Davis, yes, has fallen down the pecking order a bit. Santos, give him credit. He's been working hard this season, playing time. Lindy Waters has fallen down after starting. Brandon has looked better since he came back. His shot looks like he's coming back to form. But is Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, Wiggins, and Green and Post going to be your playoff, play-in, or nothing team? Let's see how the poll's going. Oops. Clicked the wrong button. Let's see. We got 69 votes, 70 votes. Keep voting, folks. Not anything, 73%. Play-in, 21%. Playoff, 7%. 350 people here. We got 72 votes. Please vote. It's not good. It's not good. Because look about it. Again, look at this, folks. It cannot be overstated when you look at what's happening. The teams, the teams that are, sorry, I am dumb. Standings. Warriors. Where are we at? 11th. Who just made a massive trade to get better? Spurs, behind us. Who made a massive trade to get better for them now and the future? Kings, ahead of us. Who made a massive trade for the now and potentially they think their future? Dallas. Suns, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, they're going to make a trade, it feels like. I mean, they're very cap-tied, but they're trying to make a trade. What did Minnesota do? Minnesota, what did they do? Oh, yeah, this guy named Cat. Cat, bye-bye because of the cap. Cat went to New York. Randall went over to Minnesota. They made a trade. They did something. Was it good or bad? They did something. Clippers did not want to trade Paul George to us. Kind of looked like a good thing for us moving forward. Not going to lie. Kind of looked like a good thing. He's been hurt a lot. But they make moves. Lakers, they just got rid of this guy named Anthony Davis for Luka for the now and the future. Denver, Aaron Gordon to get to the promised land. Took him over the top. Memphis, not really doing a lot of trades. Marcus Smart. Houston, building. OKC, built through the draft. Portland, trying to build through the draft. New Orleans, with the Zion project, never worked out. Fair enough. What did they do? What did they do? What did they do? New Orleans tried to go get Dejounte Murray and give Murray prayers up. He tore his Achilles tendon. It was sad to see one of those non-contact injuries. They look back at their back of the foot. What happened? Gone. Utah Jazz, you know how many draft picks they have? The stockpile that they're going through? Cooper Flag is planting his flag in Salt Lake City. And what have the Warriors done? We did a small trade for Dennis because our man, D'Anthony Melton, got hurt. Wish him all the best, torn ACL. But what have the Warriors done? Woo! JMO. Sorry, someone said Randy in the chat. Let me see what it said. Eddie, Sac didn't get better. They were forced to trade their best player. Sac got better. Yes, they had to trade their best player. But look at this. Where's the trade at? 1 second. Where's the trade? Why did the Sac get better? Because of this. Where's the full trade? 1 second. Look at how many first-round picks they got. 25, 27, 31, and the second-round picks. That is how you get better. Because now they could go get another star with all those draft picks as well. Let's do this. Kings draft assets. How many do they have moving forward? Future draft picks for the Kings. Are these included? Let's make sure they're included. Let's be fair. Minnesota 2031. They don't have it in there. So the Kings have all these draft assets at their own. And now you include Charlotte 25, San Antonio 27, and 31. So they have multiple picks coming through this way. And second-round picks. And they get Zach LaVine out of it. That is, if you're going to lose somebody, you lose and win at the same time. And this is what we got. 70% of people say not in anything what we're going to do this season. End poll. Let's see. Do the war. Let's put this in the chat now. Start a poll. Do the Warriors make a massive trade before Thursday? Yes, no, minor trade, or salary dump. Actually, I'll put it this way. Do the Warriors make a trade? Yes, big one. Minor trade, salary dump, no trade. All right. Answer this question, folks. Let's see what you all think. 360 people watching. Please subscribe to Warriors Digest. Check out my personal channel, Randy Silver TV. I am a sports reporter by trade, baby. Let's get it. Let's see what the chat is saying, because this depth chart ain't looking good. I'm going to let you this going while you guys are going. Again, this is our depth chart. This is the trade. We broke down Zach LaVine coming to the Warriors. How would it have been done? Warriors going to pull it off. The Warriors going to pull it off. Let's see. Luka Doncic contract options. All right, let's take a look at this while you guys are doing this. Current contract. Again, he lost out on about over $100 million because he's not Supermax eligible anymore. Current contract, he plays all the way out, $150 million. If he signs an eligible extension August 2nd or later, he jumps up basically $8 million in salary. He can make $228. 2 plus 1, what LeBron types does. So he signs a 2-year deal, and then he can get his bag in 28 when he's 10 years of eligibility. It'll be a lot. $418 million. You know what you can do with $418 million? I don't, because it's incomprehensible. Even $219 million is incomprehensible. Luka getting the bag. Luka or Wemby are going to be the first billion-dollar players. I know LeBron's like that. At some point, we're going to get a billion-dollar contract. Maybe it's like 30 years down the line, but like, let's see what else Bobby's got for us. The Spurs, Fox's preferred destination. You get to play with Wemby. His wife is also from San Antonio. Cap space this offseason. He can renegotiate his salary from 37 to 46, $9 million pay raise. Any of us would love that. And then sign a extension. San Antonio owns 6 of their next 7 picks, 2 unprotected from Atlanta. Swap rights. San Antonio set. Ugh, I'm sick. Randy, why not include Hield in the trade? I would rather keep him GP2. The reason why you don't include Hield in trade, people don't want his contract. At the beginning of the season, his $8 million looked like a bargain. He was playing at an all-star level, historic level for making threes. And his one crash and burn. And so people don't want to be on that for 2 years. If you look at Buddy Hield, he's 32, so he's kind of like at the prime, tail end of the prime. But his stats, 36% shooting, nearest career low from 3. He's playing career low in minutes. His points, career low since he was a rookie. Rebounds. So the reason why, like, I get the Warriors wanting to keep TP2, but when you're trying to make a trade for a big player and a team's getting somebody rid, it's the fact that Gary Payton is a free agent upcoming. Buddy, you have to have him for another year. Partially team option so you can pick it up. So would you rather have somebody for a rental for half a year and then you can do what you want with that $9 million, or you have someone for $8 million and $9 million? That is why you see all these expiring contracts being traded. That's what teams want. Tomorrow's starting lineup: Steph, Buddy, Wiggins, GP2, and Looney. Yeah. And we're playing Orlando, folks. We need that win. I swear each game Warriors fans are like, we're good at the finals. Next day, we're tanking over and over again. Tyler McNair, thank you for saying that. I'm going to take myself off the screen for a second and say, actually, I'm going to show this. Folks, I made a video called My Videos. If you haven't watched it, it's this right here. It's happening again. This was after we beat OKC. I made a video saying, don't be fooled because we had one good game. OKC shot the ball really bad, and the majority of our team had season-defining games. Played the best they could shooting-wise. And we're going to throw a dud in the next game. That's what we do. That's what a 500 team does. You are what your stats say you are. Video didn't get a lot of hits. Oops, excuse me. I didn't mean to play it. And then what do we do? We lost to Phoenix really bad. Dud of a game. So I called it. I hate to call it. I'm just real with the team and what we do. I'm always going to be a Warriors fan. But you have to be, as a reporter, straight. You got to be hard and not hard. We just got an update on Jimmy Butler. We got an update on Jimmy Butler, folks. I'm going to break it for you right now. So give me a second. Let me pull it up. But if you want to watch these videos, please go to the channel. Please subscribe. Help me get to 8,000 subscribers. If you like other basketball teams, Digest Media has a bunch. All right, we got a Jimmy Butler trade update. Give me a second. I'm going to pull this up for you right now. All right, let's go to Wemby. All right, you guys ready for this? Jimmy Butler trade update. Brian Windhorst. Per Brian Windhorst, as of 5 minutes ago, The Heat's Jimmy Butler has communicated to the Warriors that he's unwilling to sign an extension there, and therefore trade talks to send him to Golden State have ended for now, sources told ESPN. I'm okay with this, folks. I'm okay with this. I don't need Jimmy Butler. I don't need that contract with us. If you look at Jimmy Butler contract, $45 million, $48 million. To even make that type of trade, folks, it's going to have to be a Wiggins, Dennis, and then again, it's expiring contracts of GP2, Looney, some variation of draft picks. I don't need Jimmy Butler on my team. I'm very much okay with this. Very much okay with this. What else has he got? No, it doesn't really tweet too much. Let's see what Zach Lowe's saying. Zach Lowe, this is the first time I've been legitimately shocked and could not move. What a terrible deal. No further clarification. My favorite among dozens. What the flickily flick. Hey. Yes. Someone mentioned Kyrie Irving in the chat. Let's see what that's about. Don't see anything here. Okay. Let's keep going back to the chat, folks. We got 332. Please subscribe to Warriors Digest if you haven't yet. We need a big trade. Yes, we do. Zane, excuse me. Trade Curry, the championship contender. Do right. Yes, but like that championship contender probably doesn't have the draft capital to make it happen. Let's look at the poll. 152 votes. Do the Warriors make a trade? Yes. Big one, 41%. No trade, 28%. Minor trade, 27%. Salary dump, 3%. So it seems like we're going to do something per the fans. We got to go get Zion. We broke that down, young Zy. Patrick, Vucevic. We talked about that. Steph needs to leave. Ducking the cab smoke is Kyrie. Lost our trade targets. Mike Dunleavy has duped you for 2 years in a row. He hurt you as a player, too. He's trash. Ugh. Tough crowd. Do we even have any good trades to get something big? I've broken that down. Success. You can go back and look at the videos. Is Giannis an option at all? Hey, Gary, it's a great call. I talked about Giannis early in this video. Go back and watch the beginning of it or watch the recording. You could. It would take basically trading Draymond and Wiggins to make it happen. Clutch and Adam Silver will never allow Steph to win that championship. I doubt it. Bro, trade Steph for Jaylen Brown. Celtics ain't giving up Jaylen Brown. I see Giannis isn't here. Let me go back to Giannis and do this again so we can talk about Giannis. And I did this early in the video. I don't even know what time we're at. We're at 38 minutes. Whew! We yanting, aka we ranting. All right. How do you go get Giannis, folks? I broke it down once. We'll break down again. Put your thoughts in here. We'll do a poll. We'll do a poll. Start poll. Warriors trade. Do you want Giannis? Yes, no. All right, start poll. So, folks, look how you do this. Giannis has a year and a half left under team control. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I apologize. Let me share my screen. Giannis has a year and a half left under team control. Still in his prime. Looks like he's on that Steph Curry, LeBron James. Could be very good deep into his 30s. Great shape. Never in trouble outside of the basketball court. Player option, $62 million. You think he picks that up. Or he declines it and he goes for one big 5-year contract. To make the money work, you're going to have to, let's just call it $55 million to be straightforward. How do you get to $55 million? There's two ways to go about it. Wiggins and Draymond Green puts you at $50 million. And then it's very easy to get the $55 million. Moody, which actually counts for $11 million because of it. So that puts you way over. Maybe it's Brandin, Kuminga. Maybe they want an expiring contract, GP2 Looney. plus draft picks. There's probably going to be a third team in there, other players in and out, but you can make it happen like that. Say they don't give up Draymond, you have to give up Wiggins. No way around it to make the money work. 26 million. And then you have GP2 at 9 million, expiring contract, puts you at 35 million. Looney, expiring contract, puts you at 44 million. Then you could do somebody like a Buddy, a Kyle, maybe a Kuminga, young player. A third team comes in that make the money work, and draft picks. That's how you get Giannis. You're going to get one player back, give up 4 or 5, and you're going to have to sign a bunch of veteran minimums or two-way players to come up. You have 2, you have 1 more spot. Actually, I think it's Jackson Rowe. I think I need to update this. I'm pretty sure it's Jackson Rowe. I need to update this. Miles Turner, Lloyd Dukes. Love that. I broke down a video on my channel earlier about it. We'll do in a second. We got Miles Turner somewhere. See, I did Zach LaVine already. Miles Turner. I thought I did. I have a video somewhere about Miles Turner. I don't see it. Right here. Here you go. So if you want to see a full video on Miles Turner and how that would work, I have it broken down right here. We'll do Miles Turner in a set right here as well, just high level. If you want more of an in-depth breakdown, how do you get Miles Turner? And this is actually a bit more feasible, folks. A bit more feasible because of his contract. Miles Turner is in the final year of his contract. Unrestricted free agent. If the Pacers do not extend him, they can't in the middle of the season. If they do not trade him, he walks for free. Of course, he could come back. He could come back. But does he want to come back? Him and Halliburton, pretty good one too. Maybe he wants to go to a major city, give Indianapolis a shout out. If you watched the Royal Rumble over the weekend or anything around that, it was raw, it was fun, it was good. But Miles Turner, 19 million is very doable. If you think you can get him and he's going to resign, then you give up Looney. $9 million and you give up GP2. 18 million, draft picks, or maybe you throw in Lindy Waters. Money's done. You got your center, Miles Turner. Stretch center, can make threes, athletic, up and down the court. Now you're going to have to sign him. So if you're going to sign Turner now, folks, this is the big part. Listen to me, please. Make sure you're listening here. Turner is getting a payday. Probably, let's call it 30 million. He's getting an upgrade. He deserves it. At 29 in his prime, he's getting a payday. If we look at his full earnings, he's expecting that type of payday too. He's earned it. Let's just call it 30 million. If he's getting 30 million, you look right here, that would leave 13 million in apron space. 13 million apron space, folks. So you're going to have to pay Kuminga $13 million. Maybe you give Kuminga 12 million and Miles is 25 million. Not going to work. So if you go get Miles Turner, the odds of you being able to get Kuminga at that money he wanted, reportedly 30 to 40 million, Warriors were not willing to do it. You can't do it at the current what you have when you look at what we have in apron space. So if you want Miles Turner, the odds of getting Kuminga are harder as well. You know what I'm saying, folks? This is the new CBA. This is what the NBA owners wanted. This is what Adam Silver wanted. They wanted parity in the league. This is why the people are making these trades. You look around the league. Let's go back to here. What's the NFL called? The No Fun League? NBA is very similar now. There's no top heavy teams. Warriors, the last super team per se. You had the Heat, Lakers in the time. Now you can't have 3 stars because you can't pay them all like that with the new CBA. 2 stars maybe, but at some point it's bloated. Celtics are screwed. Their salary is going to be so screwed. Their salary cap is astronomical. Let me see if I can find it. Celtics, because of the Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown contracts. Celtics salary cap issues. That's not what I want. This is the issue. This is what the issue the Warriors have. We all know, folks. Luxury tax. And if you're not winning championships, it's not worth it. The Celtics are projected to have a luxury tax bill of around $280 million in 2025, 2026. That is why the Celtics are getting sold. Yes, you knew that? I'm sure you did if you're a fan. The Celtics are getting sold. Why? Because the owners won their championship. They don't want to pay all this tax money. So get in, get out, modern day heist. And this is what is looming over all the owners and why the Warriors have done what they've done. Well, the Warriors, do you want Giannis? 82% say yes, 105 votes. Whew, 45-minute rant. I love it. Do you find this educational, folks? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know. Is there anything else that you think I haven't talked about yet? You can go back and watch the beginning of the video. Steph to Denver. We should get Steph to Denver, please. I already broke that down. Steph to Denver sounds wonderful. We got some Denver people here. Give them Jamal Murray and 4 picks for Steph. Steph and Jokic together with Aaron Gordon. That'd be wild. Let's look up Jamal Murray's contract. I haven't done that one yet. All right, let's do Jamal Murray. You got a lot of control with Jamal Murray. 4 years, no player option. He's only 28, 27. Wow. But folks, look at this. This player cannot be traded until March 11th, 2025. You see that, chat? Jamal Murray cannot be traded, so this trade can't happen. If it happens, it happened next year in the offseason. So Murray out. Murray out. Michael Porter Jr., people have talked about that, $35 million. Aaron Gordon, $22 million. Russell at $3 million is playing very well. Embiid, do you want to go after Embiid, who hasn't been healthy at all? $51 million cap hit when he's not healthy, not doing anything for you. You have him for a year and a half, the player option. You could pay someone $69 million when he's played as many games as he's been hurt. It's not worth it. You can't trust it. Can't trust it. Akibo, welcome. I've already done Zion and Vic. Go ahead and check it out. Try Ant. I mean, Wolves ain't trading Ant. They got rid of Cat. Let's go to Ant really quickly. Fine. But they're not getting rid of Ant. He's at $42 million. He's in team control till 2028. He is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Cam Thompson, I've seen a couple times. I've broken them down on this channel many times. Again, you can go take a look. If you want to see specific trade stuff, folks, I know we're talking about trades here. I have a whole playlist called Trade Rumors. So if you want to see any trade rumors out there, go look at it, everything in between. We got all of it. I update it consistently to keep you guys up to date what's going on. If you want game rewinds, game breakdowns, quotes, everything in between, watch parties, you name it, We got everything for you breaking down this team. Please like and subscribe to Warriors Digest. Please like and subscribe to Warriors Digest. Help us hit 8,000 fans. We're at 7,860 something. Please help us get to 8,000 if you're not subscribed. Brooklyn Nets, Cam Johnson, $22 million. So you can do it. 2022, it would be probably Looney and GP2. I don't think they're going to take Wiggins. They want expiring contracts. You saw this with the trades that they're doing. I've seen Booker a couple times. Let's take a look at Booker. Booker is in team control for another 3.5 years. Extension eligible. Unrestricted free agent. Probably wants to re-sign to make the $50 million work. If you're going to do that, like the Suns ain't giving up Booker. I don't think. If there is, I'm wrong. It would have to be probably Wiggins at $50 million. Excuse me, $26 million. Dennis at $39. And then Gary Payton and Looney, some variety of that. Whew. This shit is hard, folks. Being a GM in the league is not easy. We know. Winning in the league is not easy. But to see the Lakers and the Mavericks make a trade, to see San Antonio, Chicago, and Sacramento make a trade, Warriors need to do something. Warriors need to do something to make a trade. This season is spiraling out of control. 12-3 to now 500 at 24-24. Yeah. There's nothing else I can really think about. We've been on this for 52 minutes. Clay and KD. It'd be cool to have KD back. Clay's not going to move the needle at this point in his career. So, folks, please subscribe to Warriors Digest. If you want any breakdowns, go check out the old videos. Anything new that comes out, I'm going to be on top of it for you. Anything breaking news, we'll do live. Of course, I'll be recording videos so you can watch at your own time. I appreciate you being here. Chat, you all been awesome. I think this was the most people watching at one time I've ever had, 350. Love it, love it, love it. Warriors fans, ride and die. We got Orlando tomorrow. We got trade deadline February 6th. Have a good night, everybody. Breaking news again. Kings, bye Foxy, going to San Antonio. Zach LaVine, Chicago, Sacramento. Luka, Dallas to LA. AD, LA to Dallas. You subscribe, Warriors Digest.